FM radio, Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 Game of the Week is on the air on KJFM, Eagle 102. Now, the Eagle 102 Area High School Football Game of the Week.
And good evening and welcome to the regular season finale here in high school football on Eagle 102. Well, we find the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks at 3-4 on the season, hosting the presumptive EMO champions, the Bowling Green Bobcats, at 5-3. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross, getting ready for this regular season wrap up tonight, and it was going to be an iffy one for the home team tonight, but a hard test got even harder as news came down that Zach Evans will not dress tonight, their top receiver, and that makes a gargantuan task even more overwhelming.
Yeah, without a doubt, he's one of their main go-to guys, and he will be missed. Then you throw in the weather. You know, we go from shorts and T-shirts last night to we're dressed like sumo wrestlers right now. You got a short squad for Clopton, and, man, it's going to hurt when you get hit, and they're going to have to play both ways. It's going to be tough.
And Bowling Green comes into this game. They're on a high. They had the great game, last-second loss 2 weeks ago against Centralia, and then just pummeled the South Callaway Bulldogs last week at home. And those two games, probably the best football we've seen out of Bowling Green in 10 years.
Yeah, without question. They're hitting on all cylinders. If things go according to Hoyle tonight, they'll go into the playoffs at 6-3 with the three teams they lost to being 20-2.
Yeah.
So, you know, they played a solid schedule and taking care of business where they need to. And actually two games, you know, the Palmyra game was 13-0, and then, of course, you alluded to the Centralia game. Those are two games they could have easily won. You know, they're right on the edge of being elite, no question.
Definitely, and maybe, that district is very tough that Bowling Green is in, and both of these teams are actually in, and they'll probably meet up again next week if everything holds the way we think it's going to hold. But very tough at the top of that district, and Bowling Green will be in that top half a week from tonight.
Yeah, Palmyra and Monroe City are one. Monroe City plays Highland tonight. Highland's not exactly a pushover this year. And you got to be a Rhodes Scholar to figure out how this formula thing works and the points, and if Bowling Green wins by a bunch and Monroe City is close, you know, it's close enough, and we can get into that as we go along. I've got the numbers written down. You've only got to pick up percentage points to overtake them, and so you play the game and see what happens, right?
Yep, and we'll also get into this matchup and the history of it since Clopton Elsberry came into being several years ago. We'll talk about all that as we count down to kickoff, about 27 minutes and 20 seconds away from kickoff here on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
The 5-3 Bobcats at the 3-4 IndianHawks here in the final week of the regular season. District action starts next week here on KJFM. Tonight we've got Bowling Green at Clopton Elsberry, and let's start looking into the numbers going into the postseason.
Well, go back to what we were talking about in the first segment. Monroe City's at 41.75, Bowling Green's at 41.62, so you got 1,300s. So, again, I haven't been able to figure out how that formula works. I don't think anybody knows how except for what's going on at the state. And it's got to do with margin of victory, and if you win by so many, you only get 13 points, and it's pretty convoluted. But theoretically, if both teams win and it's a close game with Monroe and Highland and this one's not close, theoretically Bowling Green could catch them and maybe overtake them, which would put them in a position to get a bye as the 2 seed. If they stay in this third spot, they will probably play, as you said, Clopton Elsberry again next week, which happened, 3 or 4 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, back to back. And you see that, we've seen that several times at different schools. And if there's a fallacy to this playoff system, that's it, because that's just not right.
Yeah,
it's like playing a doubleheader in softball or something.
Exactly. In fact, Bowling Green, including that win in the district tournament 2 years ago, has won 4 straight in this matchup and leads in the historic series 9-2 over Clopton Elsberry. That game 2 years ago was a 64-20 victory in districts, and that's the only time these two clubs have met in the postseason. Clopton Elsberry hasn't won against Bowling Green since 2016 when they won here at home 42-6. So it's been quite a while for the IndianHawks in this matchup.
Yeah, and last week, as you mentioned, a really good quality win. In fact, a thumping. Bowling Green put on South Callaway. Well, Clopton Elsberry, they got a nice win against Paris. Paris is in a different district and obviously in a different class. And that's interesting. That's probably something we ought to touch on. People are probably wondering why in heaven's name is Clopton Elsberry in the same district as Bowling Green with the difference in the size of the schools. Well, it's because of the co-op.
Yeah.
The co-op thing creates a situation where they get bumped up a class, and as a result, they're having to play some bigger schools.
Yeah, so it's the same type multiplier that a private school would have.
And then you look at the player numbers. I think talking to some of the administration here, they've got 20 kids dressed for Clopton Elsberry, and I don't know how many Bowling Green brought. I'm going to guess close to 50. Yeah. Because there was a bunch of them out there. And so even though you've got 2 schools combined together, you only have 20 players versus a bigger, true 3A school in Bowling Green, and they've got 50-plus kids out for football. So it makes it tough.
Yep, and makes you wonder how good it would be for Clopton and Elsberry to have a feeder program, a middle school program,
right?
To get this team into the next level.
That's a big concern going into next year. We don't want to get the cart before the horse too much, but you've got 20 players. Clopton Elsberry has 10 seniors, and if you don't have a feeder program, which they do not, where are the players going to come from? You can't obviously play football with 10 guys, and how many guys are going to want to come out and play football for the first time and be stuck right into a varsity situation? So.
Yeah, it's not like Louisiana has a middle school program and a youth football program, and if a guy doesn't come out his freshman year, it's still fresh in his mind if he comes out his sophomore or junior year.
Right. And in fact, Louisiana's has a lot of that going on this year. They've got a number of kids that have come out to play this year that haven't played for a couple years. So, and even having said that, look how tough it is even for those kids that did play back when they were in junior high. They're having a rough go at it this year as well.
All right, so that's kind of a look at what's going on with these two programs and a slight look at what might happen in the districts. We'll focus in on this matchup when we come back. Our keys to the game coming up on Eagle 102.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Well, going into this matchup here in the final week of the regular season, if there was a knock on Bowling Green, it probably earlier in the season was their secondary. They've really stepped it up the last few weeks, come up with some key picks, and Michael Starks has had some of those. Can't quite get into the end zone. He's been stopped at the one quite a bit on these pick plays, but I was giving him his mom a little ribbon about that. But anyway, both Starks and Gunnar Bryant have been huge. Gunnar coming in from the linebacker position. He's had some big hits and some picks as well.
Well, and as we all know, it really helps the secondary when the front four guys can put some pressure on the quarterback, and they've been able to do that. And even in the Centralia game, they had that quarterback flushed 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and had that miraculous play. So the defense is really come around. I mean, I think coming into the season, when we talked early in the year, you thought Bowling Green offensively was going to probably be all right because they had a pretty good stable of running backs, had a new young quarterback. But when you've got they lost some guys on the offensive line, but these guys were here and understand how the system worked. You thought they were going to be okay. You thought defense was going to maybe be the problem. Well, not so much.
Not
so
lately,
much.
That's for sure.
I mean, and they got with it right out of the gate, playing Palmyra the second game of the year and only giving up 13 points to the number 1 ranked team in the state in Class 2. That tells you that they picked up the system and understood it in a hurry. And like you said, most of the teams, or a lot of the teams early on anyway, were able to throw. But now they've been able to put some pressure on the quarterback, which gives the defensive back some flexibility to do some different things. And they picked off a number of passes in the last 2 or 3 games.
The key for Clopton Elsberry in this one, they've got to find somebody that can fill the shoes of Zach Evans. Not just offensively, he's one of the best receivers, biggest, strongest receivers in the area, but defensively, he's a pretty good ball player as well on that defensive line for Clopton Elsberry.
Well, and here's the problem I see for Clopton Elsberry tonight. It's wet, for one, so throwing the football is going to be a little more challenging. So they need to run the football. You can't hardly run the football against Bowling Green. Mm-hmm. I mean, their front is so good and the linebackers feel so good. They're going to have a tough time running the football. In fact, Clopton Elsberry's had a tough time running the football all year. Mm-hmm. They like to go up and throw up top. Well, Ball's a little wet, your best receiver's out. It just doesn't stack up very good. But you know what? We can talk about paper and all that stuff all you want. You still have to play the game. Bowling Green may be looking past this. You know, you never know. And if that's the case, anything can happen.
About 15 minutes to go before we get to kickoff here on KJFM. It's Clopton Elsberry hosting the Bowling Green Bobcats. We'll have our starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
This is Kyle Schurter, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green. We've got something for everybody's budget. Everything from $1,000 all the way up to $35,000. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. If you're looking for a particular vehicle and you don't see it on the lot or the website, let me know, and I'll do my best to find it for you. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
Before we get to the starting lineups, Jim, I just wanted to go back about 24 hours. Boy, that softball game, quarterfinal softball game between Bowling Green and Perryville was one for the ages, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was still shaking my head this morning, as I told you. I had to get up and watch the video this morning just to check some of the plays out because I was like, let me see this slow down a little bit so I can see what really happened. And and what a roller coaster ride for Bowling Green. You go 2 weeks back and they have the football team get beat on a Hail Mary with 9 seconds, and then fast forward to last night, and the softball team wins on a walk-off. So what an ebb and flow of understanding what it is to lose in a last-second situation and then immediately turn around and have the girls program win in that same situation. What a deal for Bowling Green.
We'll have the state semifinal for you tomorrow, 1:45 pregame, 2 o'clock first pitch from Sullivan High School. It's the Lady Cats and the Lady Eagles for a chance to go to the state championship game in Class 3. Again, the semifinal tomorrow right here on KJFM and the KJFM radio app, kjfmradio.com on your Alexa-enabled device. You can find us everywhere, and we'll be on the air at 1:45 tomorrow ahead of that game between the Bobcats.
Pretty easy school to find, too. If you come off 44, take a left, just keep going. And that road winds around, you'll run right into the school complex. So it shouldn't have any problems getting there. 2 hours and 56 minutes, according to Google Maps.
Oh, I had like a 2 hour and 8 minute
route.
Really? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that gets me there or somewhere completely different.
There were 3 different routes. The fastest route was going through Forstell, through Washington, through Union, and hitting 44. Were you going another way? You don't know.
No, I didn't even look at it. I just looked at the time.
Good luck.
All right, so 1:45 tomorrow here on Eagle 102. The Lady Cats and the Lady Eagles of Sullivan for a chance to make it to the state championship game, which would be Bowling Green's third in 4 years if they can get past Sullivan. But Sullivan pretty tough. They haven't allowed a run in 3 games now.
No, and the other side of the bracket is loaded for bear as well. So if they can get by this one, the championship game will be a stiff test as well. But you got to win tomorrow before you even think about that. And
all right, our starting lineups for this one for the visiting Bowling Green Bobcats. We'll go with their defense. They're 5-3, coached by Joe Chin. They'll start on the defensive line. Number 3, a senior, Hayden Finley. Also on the D-line, senior, number 55, Tristan Charlton. Sophomore, number 59, Devin Rue. And a senior, number 76, Jacob Bowen. The linebackers are senior, number 42, Clay Lazier. Junior, number 33, Charlie Bowen. Junior, number 26, Owen Niemeyer. Excuse me, he's a defensive back. The other linebacker is number 24, sophomore Gunnar Bryant. Now the defensive backs, I mentioned Owen Niemeyer, the junior, number 26. Number 16, a junior, Cooper Keel. Number 5, a junior, Jordan Miller. And number 1, a senior, Michael Stark. So there's your defensive starters for Bowling Green. The offense for the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. Again, no Zach Evans. He's not dressed tonight with a leg injury. They'll start a sophomore at wide receiver. Number 3, Tyler Kuntz, also at wide receiver. Freshman, number 23, Mickey Morrow. And the third wide receiver is a senior, number 99, Gabriel Hill. The running backs, junior, number 45, Colby Twellman. And number 20, a senior, Dorian Zumwalt. The quarterback is junior, number 15, Lucas Martin. Then on the line, the tackles are a senior, number 50, Jacob Martin, and number 70, a senior, Brady Hubbard. The guards, a sophomore, number 75, Jorgen Kruger, and number 65, a senior, Riley Walker. And the center for Clopton Elsberry is a senior, number 71, Jacob Wolanski. So there's your offensive starters for the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks and the D starters for Bowling Green. We'll take a break, come back. We'll tell you who the officials are and have our coin flip in just minutes here in the final week of the regular season. It's Bowling Green and Clopton Elsberry here on KJFM.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hi, I'm Keith Oakes, Director of Physical Therapy.
I'm Eric Schaefer. I work in physiotherapy.
And I choose Pike County Memorial Hospital.
And I choose Pike County Memorial Hospital.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose to work at Pike County Memorial Hospital. Choose a hospital where you're more than just a patient. You're a friend, family member, and neighbor. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and you're home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MercPK Mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile Bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Just a couple minutes to go before we kick this game off here to round out the regular season. Our officials for tonight, the referee is Mark Brassfield, the umpire is Brent Clare, the linesman is John Walter, the line judge is Jim Lawson, and the back judge is Chuck Venberlo.
Well, why don't we take a look at the two other districts with our area teams involved in it while we got a couple minutes. Public address announcers announcing the starting lineups. The Louisiana district, they're sitting, believe it or not, in the 4 slot right now with just 1 win, just percentage points ahead of, fractions of percentage points ahead of Paris. They trail Centralia. Of course, Louisiana is on the road tonight at Mark Twain. Mark Twain is the 2 seed right now in that district, so if Louisiana could win that game, that could flip that district upside down as well, with South Callaway being at the top and nobody will catch them. With the Van Far Club in Montgomery County, North Callaway, they're all in the same district. Hallsville's on top there, but the middle 3 schools are all very close, within 3.5 points of each other. Montgomery County's on top, North Callaway's behind them by about 1.5 points. They play each other tonight.
Mm-hmm.
MMA plays Salisbury. Salisbury hasn't won yet, so you got to figure MMA is going to win. So you could see a real mix-up in the middle 3 in that district. Van Far is down at the bottom, and so they'll play probably. Looks like they'll play the 3 seed, which could be Montgomery County, North Callaway, or MMA. We'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out tonight.
Is MMA like the best built for a social distancing? I mean, they're a boarding school. They don't have many fans to begin with, so I think this plays right into their hands
and
this season.
They've allowed no fans at their home games.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the school goes right by a street, or a street goes right by the field, I should say, and they won't even let you park on the street. It's like, stay away.
Yeah.
so yeah, the social distancing thing's been a little simpler, I would say, for MMA.
Yeah. All right, the captains lining up on their sidelines. They'll go out to the 50 and flip the coin to see who starts this game off tonight in week number 9 of high school football.
Well, did you think we were here week 1, weren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
So we're back here in week 9. Did you think we'd ever make it to week 9?
You know, we've got more games in than most of the teams, but it's amazing that we've made it all the way through the regular season here in 2020.
Well, you got to say kudos to the administration and the athletic directors of the schools and the kids for following protocols like you're supposed to. So you're able to play the game. We've seen a lot of games be moved on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights because teams come down with COVID. And so you've seen a lot of cooperation between schools that maybe don't normally even talk to each other,
mm-hmm.
much less play each other. And we've made it to week 9, and I know there's some controversy or slight controversy about naming conference champions and the like, both in the Clarence Cannon Conference and the EMO. And I guess that'll shake out tomorrow after we see who wins what here tonight.
So the captain's at the 50 now. The coaches have made their way out. The coin goes in the air, and we'll see who starts with the ball. And it looks like Bowling Green has won the toss and deferred.
Looks like the main captain's Riley Walker for Clopton and Clopton Elsberry.
Is that Bowen?
I believe it is Jacob Bowen for Bowling Green.
They head back to their respective sidelines, and Bowling Green will kick off to Clopton Elsberry here in week 9 when we come back on KJFM.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
It's going to be Braden Heidecker kicking off for Bowling Green. We had the Starks doing most of the kicking a week ago.
I think he'll still punt. I saw him warming up punting. Kicking's one of the worst things to do in this kind of weather. That ball's hard as a rock.
Mm-hmm. Heidecker puts a boot into it, line drive kick, and it goes all the way down to Tyler Kuntz. He kicks it himself, now picks it up, makes one move, and it will be stopped at the 16-yard line, it appears, and that's where the IndianHawks will have to start, 1st and 10.
Slight 6-yard return. Yeah, once you muff it, you're in trouble, and that's exactly what happened for Mr. Kuntz on the opening kickoff.
Well, we were talking with Mr. Larry Loggeman earlier, and he was talking about a couple of years ago, Van Far had more cheerleaders than I think
Clopton
Elsberry
exactly
has more cheerleaders.
I was counting the cheerleaders. That's exactly what I was doing.
They are plentiful and vocal here tonight for Week 9 action.
And dressed warmly.
Yes, they are. So Lucas Martin brings the offense onto the field for Clopton Elsberry. 1st and 10 from their own 16. 3 lined up in the backfield. 2 flanking the quarterback, pump fake. Now
Ball's
he's in
loose.
trouble. And
Ball's loose.
Did he lose it off the back of his hand?
I think he
when
did. When he drew back to pump, he fumbled. It slipped out of his hand, and Bowling Green's going to recover.
Oh, my goodness. So a nightmarish start for the IndianHawks on the first play from scrimmage. They fumble, and the Bowling Green offense onto the field inside the 10. Or just outside. Yeah, what is that, 7-yard line?
Yeah, it looks like it's the 7, maybe 8.
Bowling Green in pink out socks.
Expect Bowling Green to do a lot of ground and pound tonight.
It's Starks on 1st down, and he is in for the score. 2nd play from scrimmage, 1st offensive play for Bowling Green, and they're up 6-0.
Just like that. Run off left tackle, and I don't know that he was touched.
They'll line up for the extra point after those watching on KJFMradio.com get a little replay of the touchdown. And, yeah, he was completely untouched into the end zone.
Well.
And the point after is good. 7-0 Bowling Green. 11:45 to go, first quarter. Here in Week 9 from Clopton High School on Eagle 102.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
7-yard run.
You got
for Michael Starks.
Yeah, you got to wonder. Of course, injuries are just part of the game, and you got to wonder about that Centralia game if Starks would have been fully healthy. You know, he didn't play offense the entire second half. Had a couple big runs. One of them actually called back on a penalty in the first half of that game. In fact, I think that play may have been the play that irritated that hamstring that was bugging him. Would that have been a different game or not? Something we'll never know.
Yeah. So he gets a 7-yard score, 15 seconds into this ball game. First offensive play for the Bobcats, and they'll kick it off again. This time fielded cleanly by the IndianHawks, bouncing off the first wave and takes it all the way out to the 35-yard line is Dorian Zumwalt.
Nice 17-yard return that time by Zoom.
Green gets it at the 7, takes it in for the score on the first offensive play, and now Clopton Elsberry will try it again. 11:39 to play here, first quarter. Long snap count. It's a handoff on first down, and nothing there. Maybe lost a yard on the play. Zumwalt's on the carry.
Looks like they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Cool, crisp night, and the deer were running on the way down here. I wonder if they've ever had a deer run out on the field during a game.
During a game, I don't know, but I believe I've seen them up in the corner up there before.
Watch out on the way home because they're ready to go today.
Uh-huh. That would be my luck. I've hit one on WW before. On second down, it's a completion to Hill, and his forward progress is stopped after a loss of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 12.
Trying to run a little wide receiver screen, it looked like. But Bowling Green would have none of it. And it'll be 3rd and 12.
10:34 to play here in the first quarter of this Week 9 matchup. 7-0 Bowling Green. On 3rd and 12. 4 receivers, 2 to each side for the IndianHawks. Gunnar Bryant looking to bring the pressure. He's off the corner. They come near side and short hops Gabriel Hill.
I think that was deflected at the line of scrimmage by one of the linemen. Came out fluttering, and IndianHawks have to punt it away.
They're going to bring the punt team on. Yeah, Hill back to punt for Clopton Elsberry. It's Week 9. It's early. I wouldn't have been opposed to him going for it here.
Well, you've had too much softball.
More tomorrow. Good snap. Gets the kick away to the near side. It bounces at the 50, rolls back all the way to the Clopton Elsberry 47-yard line. So it took a Bowling Green hop.
I think it was partially tipped. Must have been tipped because they ran into the kicker afterwards and no flag, but once the ball's tipped, it's fair game. The kicker's fair game.
So 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. They've run one offensive play and have a score. 10:01 to play, first quarter. So that wind picks up, coming right into the press box.
Yeah, you took care of the old guy. You have a little heater over here. I'm nice and toasty, actually.
Well, good for you. I'm in front of the only open window in the press box. And they'll run it on first down across the 45 to the 44. That's Starks again with a gain of 3.
Same play off left tackle. Looks like they'll
give him 2.
Give him 2.
Quickly back to the line of the Bobcats. Playing hurry-up offense here. To the near side, breaks a tackle into the secondary, bounces off another man, gets past his blocker, and he's finally tripped up all the way down inside the 10-yard line to the 9, 1st and goal for the Bobcats.
36-yard run that time by Starks. Made a couple nice moves inside to get free.
Another play comes in from the sideline, and they'll relay it as they head to now. They'll huddle up. Here with 9:15 to play in the opening quarter, already 7-0 Bobcats. Haven't put the ball in the air as of yet. Now a rollout by Dylan Dalton. He's got a man in the end zone, and it's caught for the score.
There's a late flag that came in from the near sideline. Let's see what that is.
The reception made by Owen Niemeyer. And we'll see the penalty, see if this play sticks or we'll replay it.
It was a late flag. Ineligible downfield, so I'll wipe out the touchdown.
So still 7-0 Bobcats, and take the touchdown away from Owen Niemeyer. That'll a fan of these Bowling Green road uniforms. The white with the big red numbers.
You can see those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and Clopton's not bad. They got big white numbers on the black, as opposed to the black with the red numbers. Those are a little more challenging.
Yeah.
Or the white with yellow, even more challenging.
Oh, yeah.
That Wright City likes
cursed us with.
Right. Yeah. I was trying to be nice.
After the penalty, Dalton has to go away from pressure. Little spin out and into the end zone. Charlie Bowen with the touchdown reception for Bowling Green. 13-0.
From, 14 yards out.
And Bowling Green very much in control of this game early in the first quarter. 8:33 to play in the first, and already a 2-touchdown lead for the Bobcats.
Bowen, not a guy that you usually look to catch passes, actually.
No. And the extra point is up, and it is good again. 14-0. Bobcats lead here on the road at Clopton Elsberry here in week number 9. And Bowling Green is rolling here on KJFM.
This is Kyle Schurter, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Quick strike offense.
Oh, yeah.
For Bowling Green.
Couple of passes after starting the game with, 4 or 5 consecutive runs.
Big run by Starks, 35 yards.
8:38 to play here in the opening quarter. Already a 2-touchdown lead for the Bobcats.
So Clopton Elsberry is going to want to try and run the football, I would think. Establish something on the ground to slow down those linemen and linebackers.
What do you think of those pods, those lawn chair pods down there by the end zone?
Is that the cheerleaders or is that fans?
That's just fans.
That's cheating. That's not even right. You can't do that in football. Come on. You got to sit out here in the weather, in the elements.
That is social distancing. That's all that is.
That's weak, what that is.
Kickoff goes to the far sideline. Good spin move by Zumwalt, but he spins right into 4 other Bobcats, and he's stopped at the 22-yard line.
Yeah. What, about a 6-7 yard return that time?
And it would have been blown up for a loss had it not been for that first spin.
So let's see if the IndianHawks can get something going offensively against this stellar Bowling Green defense.
1st and 10 from the 21 for the IndianHawks. 8:30 to play here in the opening quarter. Martin, hands off on first down. Bust one tackle to Zumwalt, but just nothing there. He may have got a yard.
No, he didn't get forward yardage that time. Made a couple nice moves inside. We're going to give him, we'll give him 1.
2nd and 9. Clock rolling down to 8:10 to play in the quarter.
Bunch of size up front for Bowling Green, and then of course you mentioned the linebackers. Man, they feel like crazy, and makes it tough.
Double tough tonight without one of their premier offensive weapons in Evans on the outside. 2nd and 9 for Clopton Elsberry. They've gone to Hill so far in the passing game.
Here comes the blitz.
Ball's out again. And Bowling Green going to pick it up?
Still
loose. I think Clopton Elsberry got it back. Bowling Green tried for a scoop and score, and coming across, Jacob Martin picked it up for Clopton Elsberry.
But it's going to be a loss back to the 9 from the 26. So a 17-yard loss.
And that's a bunch. When you're already down 14-0, and it's going to be 3rd and forever.
Yep, 3rd and 23 maybe or something like that.
And you talked about a slick ball. A slick, cold ball.
It's most high school quarterbacks haven't figured out how to throw with a glove, and actually a lot of pro quarterbacks haven't figured that out yet. So you got to almost go gloveless, and it's wet. And
a timeout taken now by Clopton Elsberry.
Probably a good timeout. Settle the troops.
14-0, Bowling Green leads. It's a long third down play for the IndianHawks when we come back on KJFM.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to
time out.
Yeah, they are total yardage. They're negative right now. Things just haven't gone their way so far offensively. They put the ball on the ground twice, recovered it once, and have got themselves in a third and long from inside their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, 3rd and 20 plus from inside their own 10. That's a tall order for this Indian Hawk offense. Lots of receivers out there, 2 to each side for Lucas Martin. Low snap, sets up. He unloads to the near side into double coverage, and this one is almost picked off. I think the Bowling Green D-backs ran into each other there.
Intended for a hill. Starks was there as well as
Owen Niemeyer.
So good double coverage that time as Starks came from the safety position to help the corner. And you're right, they're lucky it wasn't picked off.
So now they're going to have to punt from deep in their own territory, probably inside the goal line.
Actually, that's right. Hill is about, looks like he's maybe 4 yards deep in the end zone.
Return man set up inside the 40.
Gets it away cleanly that time.
Fielded, and about a 5-yard return before the return man for Bowling Green is swallowed up.
Not much running room there for
it was Cooper Keel, yeah.
Looks like we'll give him, where are they going to mark it? At the 35-yard line. We'll give him 4 on that return. First return yardage of the night for Bowling Green.
So from the 35, so really a good punt from Gaber Hill.
It was.
Dylan Dalton back on the field with the offense.
Had some hang time as well.
And he'll take it himself. Over to the far side, breaking tackle, spun off another. And finally, it was Hill that got him after a gain of about 16, 17 yards.
Looks like they'll mark it at the 19, so 16 yards on the carry. First rushing yardage for Dalton. They run a little option. They don't have a pitch back, but they option it with Starks or whoever's in the tailback position. And Dalton's proved to be a really good runner, actually.
I'll back Charlie Bowen up behind the quarterback into an eye here on first down. Fake the handoff to Bowen, roll out to the near side, pump fake, now puts it in the air. It's caught to the near side. Good spin move by Niemeyer. He's still on the run, and did he make it? And he did. Touchdown, Bowling Green. Owen Niemeyer with 5:52 to play here in the first quarter.
Ooh, mercy, what a move. He made it about the 10-yard line and left about 3 defenders in his dust and was able to get across the goal line. Wow, what a move.
That was a thing of beauty for the Bowling Green Bobcats.
From the 9, or is it from the 13-yard line? 14-yard line, that's where that was, right?
I believe so. On for the extra point. And flags come out as he kicks the ball. Did he run out of time? I think he did. I think it's going to be a delay game.
So we'll see if they want to go for 2 or.
The kick was good but won't count. A false start, they say.
So they'll back up field goal, I should say. And they're going to move it up a little bit, so it'll be 24 yards.
I think he's got enough leg for that.
Well, I'll tell you.
That's right.
I'll tell you in a second. Cordy's kicking now, yeah.
They have a different kicker for everything, don't they? And this one had the distance, but it was wide. So it'll stay 20-0. Bobcats here in the first quarter. 5:52 to play. Back through Clopton High School in a minute on Eagle 102.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. I'm State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock, and I'm ready to help you save. Call me today at 573-754-5575 or visit us in Louisiana, just a block up from the river. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
You got an update on that Palmyra game?
Palmyra leads 13-0 into the first. Mark Twain in Louisiana, no score.
So far.
Defensive struggle there in the first quarter.
So Bowling Green 3 for 3 offensively.
Ooh.
5:52 to play here in the first quarter. And they're already kicking off for the fourth time in this game.
Crazy, isn't it? Let's see if they can get some positive yardage on this kickoff. It's going to be a line drive kick this time and off the hands.
Picked back up.
Zumwalt.
Got some room to the near side, and he slipped down. They said his knee touched.
So he's going to get another 5 yards on a return. And the IndianHawks will start deep in their own end once again from their own 15-yard line. A couple other scores. Looks like Centralia just scored. It's 13-8 now. Macon leads Clark County. All first quarter scores 7-6. No score between Monroe City and Highland. So everybody in the early going here on week 9.
Clock at 5:44. 1st and 10 for the IndianHawks. From their own, 15-yard line?
That is correct. That is correct.
Bowling Green looking pass. They come to the near side. That's caught by Hill. Starks tried to undercut him. He gets another yard or 2.
Looks like he's going to get 5, maybe 6 on a little slant pattern.
That's our best offensive play of the night.
5 yards. They ran the slot back into the backfield to free up the inside for Hill. First positive yards for the IndianHawks through the air.
And it'll bring up 2nd and 5 with 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Motion. A little more help back there in the backfield offensively for Clopton Elsberry. And they're going to the air again to the near sideline, and overthrown is the intended target, Gabriel Hill, into double coverage. Both Cooper Keel and Owen Niemeyer were there for Bowling Green.
Yeah, well overthrown, trying to go for the home run ball. Gabriel Hill, I guess there's one thing about Clopton. They don't have a great team speed. Hill's a big guy, but not terribly fast. He's more of a prototypical tight end, but with Evans being out, you're having to play him at wide out today. And that pass just about 5 yards too long, and it's 3rd and 5.
Clock stopped on the incompletion, 4:51 to play in the first quarter here from Clopton High School. IndianHawks on a 3rd down, looking to pass again. Go to the far side this time, and it is almost picked off over there by Ryan Cordy on that slant.
He jumped the route for sure and had nothing but 20 yards of green grass, and the wide receiver did good. That was Kuntz. to turn into a defensive back to keep that from being a pick six.
And it would have been nothing but green down there for Bowling Green if they would have picked that one off. So it's a 4th down, and Hill on again to punt. Bowling Green coaches or fans maybe saying watch the ball. They expecting some sort of fake? It doesn't happen. Line drive kick to the near side, and it just dies at the 42-yard line. That's where Bowling Green will take over 1st and 10. They have not seen their own side of the field yet.
They have not. Just mistakes. And you just can't Bowling Green's got a good defense. There's no two ways to spin this. They're good defensively and big, and Clopton Elsberry's having problems with them so far.
1st and 10, Bobcats. They've scored on all 3 of their offensive possessions so far and lead this game 20-0. Rolling out is Dylan Dalton. Now steps through a man and still on his feet. Somehow got all the way back down to the 41-yard line.
Made something out of nothing. Looks like they might actually give him a yard gain.
Mm-hmm. 2nd and 9.
He was under heavy pressure for sure.
The Indian Hawk coaches wanted a hold. No call. And the clock continues to run down to 4:10 to go in the 1st quarter.
I wouldn't expect to see too many hankies on the field tonight.
No.
We've had one so far.
Handoff inside to the near side, breaking a tackle and into the clear. There's Starks all the way in for the score for Bowling Green, and they make it 26-0 with 3:51 to play here in the 1st quarter.
40 yards on the touchdown run. Same off tackle play. He broke it outside and had a lot of open space once he got there.
So Bowling Green, they're going to go for 2 now. They'll kick the extra point this time. Just beating the Indian Hawks to the edge there. To make it 27, the kick is up, and this one is good. 27-0 Bowling Green, 3:51 to go in the 1st quarter. This is Week 9 football action.
Only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
27-0 Bowling Green here in the 1st quarter at Clopton Elsberry. Clopton High School, the side of Week 9 action. If the seeds held as they started the night, it would be Clopton Elsberry, Bowling Green next week. But the way the Bobcats are playing, they may overtake Monroe for that number 2 seed.
Yeah, again, we don't know how the how the formula actually works. To change it, we talked, what were they, 1,300s behind Monroe City?
Yes.
From the 2nd slot in the district seedings. So we'll just have to
let the mathematicians do the work this week.
Let somebody smarter than us figure that out. Somebody that actually understands the formula.
I bet by the time we go on air with softball tomorrow, we'll know that how that all worked out.
I would guess you're right. And
that one is picked up on the far side and taken out across the 20 to the 26. There is a flag on the play on the far side, it looks like.
A late flag came in. Hill on the return that time, brought it out from the 10-yard line. Looks like they'll mark it at the, 26 or 16-yard?
Yeah.
Return. Now we'll have to see what the penalty is. Clopton's walking backwards, so it looks like it may be on them.
Bowling Green's walking forward, so I think they believe it's on them.
It's generally a fairly good sign, isn't it?
And the call from the official is a
personal foul.
Personal foul against the Indian Hawks. So that'll back them up inside to the 10, won't it?
It will.
15-yard penalty.
So Bowling Green pins, well, actually the penalty pins the IndianHawks back deep in their own end again. And they've started, one series was out at the 35-yard line, but everything else has been inside the 20.
27-0. Bowling Green leads.
Ball's on about, the 13 it looks like? Maybe 13, yeah.
IndianHawks yet to have a first down in this game. And they're not going to get it on that play. Is wrapped up and dropped for a loss on first down is Zumwalt.
No running room. Looks like a loss of 4, actually.
Now it's on the 10 with 3:25 to play in the quarter. There is a girl dressed as a unicorn doing cartwheels. That's pretty entertaining down below us.
There is. Oh, I guess I need to stand up and take in some of this high-priced entertainment.
Worth the price of admission. Here comes pressure for Bowling Green, trying to time it here on 2nd and 13. They put the ball to the air to the near side, and it is picked off this time on that near side by Niemeyer, I believe. 26 for the Bobcats.
Correct. You are correct. Jump the slant pattern again. And the second turnover will give it back to Bowling Green. Deep in Bowling Green deep in Clopton, Elsberry and Hawk territory.
At the 10-yard line, so first and goal from the 10 for Bowling Green with 2:53 to play in the first quarter. And they're trying to put their lead over 30. Bowling Green put 55 points up last week on the number 2 team in the conference. Now a rollout, and that ball was tipped and falls incomplete. That was probably the best play defensively for the IndianHawks tonight.
First incomplete pass of the day for Dalton. It'll be second. Is it second and goal? I believe it is. I don't see any yard markers over there on the sideline.
Nope.
So the ball must just be touching the 10-yard line.
So second and goal from the 10 for the Bobcats. Hand off to Bowen. He bounces off a man, rolls forward for a gain of 5, maybe 6 inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
A little misdirection. Trap play that time, it looked like. He'll pick up 6, Will Bowen, his first carry of the night.
2.5 minutes to play first. It's brisk.
You want me to lean over by this heater and see if it makes a sound too?
On third and goal, and in for the score is number 1, Michael Starks, a 4-yard touchdown, and that makes it 33-0 Bobcats.
Same off-tackle run.
2:01 to play in the first quarter of this ball game, and the Bobcats really pouring it on now.
Third touchdown for Starks here in the first quarter.
So he's got 3 of the 4. They haven't stopped him at the 1 tonight. He's out to prove me wrong.
Or 3 of the 5.
Yeah.
That's what you said, wasn't it?
3 of the 5, yeah. Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I thought.
All right. Extra point is good as well, so make it 34-0. Wow. Bowling Green on top of Clopton Elsberry here in Week 9 on Eagle 102.
Support the Louisiana Bulldogs with the new Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. This card has all the benefits of a traditional debit card, but every time you use it to make a purchase, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. A convenient, secure way to pay, all while supporting your local school. Stop by Bank of Louisiana today to get your Bulldog debit card. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Oh, Jim Ross, the things you do to get warm.
Well, you know, certain body parts that aren't being hit by this.
34-0. Bowling Green leads. 2:01 to go in the first quarter.
Woo.
5 touchdowns, 3 of them by Starks.
We knew it was going to be tough for the IndianHawks tonight, but boy, I didn't really see this coming. The hill is steep for sure.
Gabry? Not that hill. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. The hill to get back in this game.
He's tall.
He is tall.
Kickoff fielded by the IndianHawks at the 25-yard line. Zumwalt with a head of steam, and he's spun down. And I see another flag come in at the end, or is that just somebody's tape?
Tape or the football, maybe. Looks like a gain of about 16 on the return. So they've got good yardage overall on the returns. That gives them 67 return yards.
That means you fielded a lot of kickoffs.
From the line of scrimmage, it has been a challenge.
Bowling Green has already kicked off 6 times to Clopton Elsberry in this game, including the opening kick of the game.
Where'd the unicorn go?
She's
there
rolling
she
around
is.
there.
I
Yeah.
see her over there.
Bad snap. Kind of threw it from his palm of his hand. Zumwalt catches the ball and is finally tackled out at the 40-yard line by Charlie Bowen. That's the best game of the night.
Nice 15-yard gain that time.
And that's the first down for the IndianHawks tonight.
Was that to Zumwalt?
Yes, it was.
That's what I thought.
And the best field position for Clopton Elsberry in this ball game, all the way out to their own 40.
That's a fact. Martin that time threw it to the spot, and Zumwalt turned around just in the nick of time and then broke a tackle.
Kuntz wide on the far side. They put Hill in motion into the backfield. Here on 1st and 10 from the play back to the 39. It'll be set to take a handoff, and there's just not much there. He's going to lose yardage on the play back to the 39. It'll be 2nd and 11.
You know, he's a big guy, and they're counting on him being able to break some tackles. He took the initial hit, but it kind of stood him up, and then, of course, the linebackers came and
finished the
him
job.
off. Yeah. So he ended up taking a big hit on the carry just because he'd been stood up.
Final 55 seconds of the first quarter here from Clopton High School. 2nd and 11 for the IndianHawks from their own 39.
The unicorn's in the press box now.
Oh,
What's
how
up
about
with
that?
You lured her up here, huh?
Well, they are magical. 37 seconds to play in the quarter. I'll put Zumwalt in motion into the backfield. Same setup in high school. 2nd and 11 for the IndianHawks from their own 39.
The unicorn's in the press box now.
Oh, how
What's
about
up with
that?
You lured her up here, huh?
Well, they are magical. 37 seconds to play in the quarter. I'll put Zumwalt in motion into the backfield. Same setup, just different guy going into the backfield for Clopton Elsberry, and they're going to throw this time? No. Steps up in the pocket and is immediately sacked by 2 Bowling Green defenders. That's going to be a loss of about 6 on the play and bring up 3rd and 17.
Hard to throw. You don't have any time.
Nope.
That was just a short 3-step drop, too, and they were on top of him.
That'll do it for the first quarter here from Clopton High School. It's the Bowling Green Bobcats 34, the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks nothing. They'll be facing a long 3rd down when we start the second quarter here in Week 9 on KJFM.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Turned off. Mark doesn't want us to talk anymore.
It happens. We're having a conversation up here in the press box.
We're talking about high finance. You know, what the heck?
Something I know nothing about. I don't know anything about low finance.
We were talking about zeros to the right. I don't think anybody, well, I can't speak for anybody else. It's not going to be a problem for me either. That's when we win the lottery. You
Yeah.
never know. Of course, you got to play to win, I guess.
We got a unicorn up here in the
I'm
press
telling
box.
you, tonight might be the night.
Yeah.
Tonight might be the night to buy lottery tickets. The entertainment unicorn is now in the press box. Mark's going to get a private What was she doing out there? Somersaults and stuff?
Cartwheels. Yeah.
Yeah, at halftime, right?
I don't think there's room for cartwheels up here, though. That'd be dangerous. All right, 34-0 Bowling Green. Long third down play for the IndianHawks to start the second quarter. And they're going to run it to the near side. That's Hill, and he's going to go sideways, never gets it forward, and brought down. Good pursuit that time by, Mr. linebacker himself, Gunnar Bryant.
Little jet sweep that time. Loss of 5. And that'll make it 4th and
20-plus.
Long again.
11:35 to play in the first half. Punt team on for the IndianHawks. Yeah, they got Hill back there in kicking position.
Who's back deep for Bowling Green?
Do you call it deep? He's at his own 45-yard line.
Is that Keel?
I think it is Cooper Keel.
Standing, at the 44-yard line.
And he'll let it go to the far side. Now he's going to pick it up. That was ill-advised. Picked it up he just palmed the ball.
Well, he did get 5 positive yards out of it, but you're right. That was not he tried to deke him. I played a little decoy on him and acted like he was going to let it roll dead, then picked it up the last minute. But when he looked up, there were about 6 black shirts waiting for him. So it didn't work out so good. But they'll have good field position with the Bobcats from their own 39-yard line.
34-0 Bowling Green. They've scored on every possession they've had in this ball game. 3 of them by Michael Starks. Well, that's state semifinal softball for you tomorrow on KJFM. 1:45 pregame, 2 o'clock first pitch from Sullivan High School. The Bowling Green Lady Cats and the Sullivan Lady Eagles for a chance to make it to the Class 3 championship game. Again, starts tomorrow at 1:45 as they go to the near side with it. Good move to the near sideline. It's fumbled out of bounds. But a long run and a first down run that time for Owen Niemeyer.
Yeah, from the, what was it, the 40.
It was a 46-yard line, wasn't it? Or no, the
39-yard line.
Yeah, 39-yard line at
39,
Bowling Green.
Yeah. 23-yard gain for Niemeyer. Don't see him carry the ball very often either.
No. Clock will start again with 10:49 to go in the first half. Bobcats set up 1st and 10 into IndianHawk territory. Put a man in motion to the near side. Back to throw is Dylan Dalton. Steps up in the pocket and finally puts it in the air near the line of scrimmage. It's caught inside the 5.
By Bowen, I believe. Another back. From the 38 down to about the 5. So a 35-yard pass and catch.
And Bowling Green has it 1st and goal. Up by 34.
Bowen's second reception of the game. He's got 48 yards receiving in the ball game.
They're finding different ways to use guys in this offense. That's scary if you're the opposition.
Isn't it, though? Yeah.
A lot of weapons out there for Bowling Green as the clock runs down to 10:24 to go in the half. And Bowling Green going to take their time. I think they're already running clock.
Well, I would imagine they'll stay with the first squad maybe through the first series in the second half.
Hand off on 1st and goal, and he's in for the score. Starks again on a 5-yard run. 40-0 Bowling Green with 10:04 to go here in the first half. And the route is on.
Another 5-yard touchdown run by Starks, as you said, his 4th of the game. And it looks like this time they're, well, it's no, actually it is going to be Cordy kicking.
Ryan sets up. Clopton Elsberry looking to block it. And the kick is up, and it is good. 41-0 Bowling Green. 10:04 to go in the first half here from Clopton High School. Week 9 action continues after this on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
7 possessions for the Bobcats, 7 touchdowns, and they lead at 41-0. 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter from Clopton High School.
Yeah, not a lot you can say. It's just the IndianHawks are overmatched. That's just all there is to it. And
outmanned, outgunned.
So you want to try and get through this game without any more injuries for either club, for that matter. And then the daunting task is if something doesn't change with the seedings, it'll be a do-over next Friday night.
Yeah.
This next Friday night, however, will be from Bowling Green. Couple scores. Clark County Macon, they're tied now at 14-all in the second quarter. 13-8. Palmyra over Centray. Monroe City leads Highland 8-0. Scotland County over Van Far 14-6. And I haven't seen an update on the Louisiana score.
Yeah, we'll try and get that as we go along here in the first half. Bowling Green 41, Clopton Elsberry nothing here 2 minutes into the second quarter.
6-0 Mark Twain with 1:08 to play in the first half.
So that's a very quick moving first half of football there at center as the ball goes out of bounds prior to the 35. So
sure what that was, why they didn't kick it deep. They've been able to pin the IndianHawks deep every time on the kickoff with the exception of one. And I guess that was trying to be a little pooch kick, I guess.
Yeah.
And went out of bounds at about the 35.
41-0 Bobcats. And they're going to take the ball at the 40-yard line.
So the best starting field position of the game for the IndianHawks.
First and 10 is Lucas Martin brings the play in from the near sideline. 10:04 to play. Last second substitution is Mikey Morrow and also Josh Wolanski come onto the field for the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. They got some young guys out there right now.
Yes, they do.
First and 10. A lot of receiving options, though. Now they're going to get Wolanski off the field. Too many men.
One too many.
Throwing to the near side. That was behind the intended target, Gabriel Hill. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Nearly picked off again. 2 turnovers in the game so far. Fumble on I guess that was the first play from scrimmage.
Yes, it was.
And then an interception deep in their own territory as well.
They were able to recover their own fumble also, so they put the ball on the ground a couple of times and the pick. 2nd and 10 for the IndianHawks. Taking their time. It's an inside handoff. That's Twellman over to the far side. And he'll get about 5 on the play. Bring up 3rd and 5.
Little draw play. See where they're going to mark it.
Looks like they're going to give him 4.
Mark it at the 44. So Twellman with the longest run from scrimmage so far tonight for the IndianHawks. +4.
9.5 to play, second quarter. And if things stay the way we are, it'll be a quick second half. Long first half.
Yes, it has been.
When
Still 9-10 to play in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm. On 3rd and 6 for the IndianHawks, rolling out to the near side. They put it up, and that is intercepted again. Intercepted by Bowling Green and brought down at midfield. That's Owen Niemeyer on the pick. All the way out to the 50. And the Bobcats have another takeaway in this ball game, already up by 41.
Well, Martin rolled out, got some space, threw the ball up. It floated on him a little bit and was underthrown. And the second interception of the game
by Owen Niemeyer.
Niemeyer, yes.
So 1st and 10 from midfield for Bowling Green, just under 9 minutes to play in the half. They'll start this drive right below us.
Right on the 50-yard line, did you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To the near side on the run. Little stutter step and brought out of bounds is Starks. All the way down to the 35 of the IndianHawks. 15-yard gain.
Puts him over 100 for the game at 109 on 7 carries. It's a pretty good average per carry, isn't it?
8.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
Seeing frustration, a little frustration on the IndianHawks, but you just gotta. I know you got a competitive spirit about you, and you don't want to get beat, but you're just outmatched. That's all there is to it.
1st and 10. Pitch out to the far side for Cooper Keel. Makes a move, cuts it back to the outside. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the IndianHawks. They get a turnover back. Fumble by Keel with 8 minutes to play, and Clopton Elsberry will take over 1st and 10.
Keel had picked up some positive yardage there. About 9 yards before he coughed it up. So the turnover will give it back to the IndianHawks.
2 plays after they were picked off.
At the 8-minute mark of the second quarter.
1st and 10 from the 27-yard line of the IndianHawks. I think that's a max protect package, isn't it?
I would think.
They put the ball in the air to the far side, and a nice play by Cordy on the far side to get a hand in there and knock that ball down.
No blitz that time. The linebackers backed off. I was about to say on Keel's carry, he was a saving grace in the second half of the Centralia game. Had a bunch of positive yardage from the tailback position with Starks being out. But he didn't secure the football his first carry here tonight. Gives it back to the IndianHawks.
7:56 to play here in the second quarter. IndianHawks.
On about their own 27-yard line, it looks like.
2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Martin puts it to the near side, has Hill open, and it is caught on the near sideline. Got both feet in and takes it all the way out to the 48-yard line of the IndianHawks.
So a 21-yard reception that time. A deep out pattern that time. Boy, that was a nice throw. Nice throw, nice catch, yeah.
Stops the clock. It was 7:49 to play here in the second quarter. And 1st and 10. From near midfield. Here's a handoff to Twellman, and he's going to get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more than that.
Another draw play that time, but that time the Bobcats sniffed it out.
And the clock runs down to 7:25 to go in the half.
2nd and 10, ball on about the 43-yard line of Clopton. No, I should say 47-yard line. It's hard to tell here. They don't have, as you can probably tell if you're watching the video, they don't have the yard marks on the field. It's just the boxes
That's a sore subject up here.
Yeah, it is. And we had that conversation a couple weeks ago, didn't we?
7 minutes even to play here in the second quarter. They put Hill in motion now behind the quarterback. They'll come near side with it. And again, knocking down the route that time is Niemeyer for Bowling Green. Mikey Morrow is the intended target.
Yeah, they like to run that slant pattern a lot, and it was a really good play for them with Evans. If you recall, that's kind of their go-to play when they need yardage with Evans in the game, but with him out, it's been a little bit challenging tonight. Bowling Green obviously scouted it out, and they're trying to jump that route.
Clock stops on the incompletion with 6:47 to play in the quarter, 41-0 Bobcats. On 3rd down and 10 for the IndianHawks. Dropping back, now steps up. A little shot put pass, and it's caught. Going to be short of the first down. And a flag comes in at the end.
He may have been, was he past the line of scrimmage? No, that flag's not at the line of scrimmage. No. He was close for sure.
This didn't come out until the play was well over.
So it's going to be a gain of 9 yards unless the flag wipes it out.
We'll see.
Ineligible downfield.
Yeah, I think they pegged Wolanski for being too far downfield, and that's what happens when those plays go that long, and the quarterback goes that far, drops that far back, and then back forward that much.
Well, he started to run a little bit and decided to throw at the last minute, and the linemen then think let's block downfield, and that's what happened, and they got caught.
So 3rd and 15 for the IndianHawks after the penalty.
I guess it's 5 from the line of scrimmage, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Martin got a man to jump, so they got those 5 yards back.
Just the second penalty on Clopton, now the second penalty on Bowling Green.
So it'll be 3rd and 10.
All that, and we're right back where we started at 3rd down 2 plays ago, right?
Yep. They'll replace Jackson Charlton on that line. Here ahead of the 3rd down play. 5:50 to play here in the second quarter. So we played a quarter and a half, and Bowling Green has controlled almost every second of it. Now, more whistles.
Delay game, I believe, so we'll march 5 yards back. 5 steps forward, 5 steps back. Let's see, was it 5 steps back, 5 steps forward, 5 steps back? That's the way it went.
Yeah.
That's a new dance step.
I don't think it's going to catch on. I'm not a fan of it.
I'm sure neither coach is either.
They call that one the pre-snap penalty. 5:25 to play here in the second quarter. Week 9 action from Clopton High School, and now everybody's moving. They were 5 yards off the ball before it was snapped.
The receivers to the right side had a different snap count than everybody else on the offense that time.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 20. Wow.
We're in a barrel and we can't get out.
They're about to push us over the falls.
5:15 to play in the first half. 41-0. The Bobcats on top.
Well, we burned about 2 minutes without running a play.
Right.
But it seemed like 10.
But we didn't burn any time off the clock.
Yeah. All right, 3rd and 20. Short pass to the near side to Hill. And he gets about 7 of those yards back. It's going to be 4th and 13. $4:35 to play here in the first half of this ball game. And now Hill will come out for this 4th down play. So He usually is the punter.
It doesn't look like they're going to punt it this time. 4th and 13.
From their own 45. See what if they're trying to draw them off again. They will snap it. Back to throw. Over to the far side, and that one is complete. How about that? He stretched out and got it. That is the catch of the night for Tyler Kuntz. And Bowling Green saying it was incomplete, and I think the referee said it bounced on the turf.
Oh, well, what an effort by Kuntz, however.
Oh, my goodness. That's a catch in my book.
Laid out flat, and they're going to say it fell incomplete as it hit the ground.
Well, let's see quickly if we can catch it on our cameras. And
put it in zoom.
It must have bounced after he pulled it in because, boy, it looked like he caught that ball.
Get back to that complete the catch thing, I guess.
I guess. It must have been when he hit the turf, it bounced around or something because it was in his hands when he.
While he was in the air, it was,
yeah.
That's for sure.
1st and 10 on a turnover on downs on the incompletion. That would have been a huge catch for the IndianHawks. Just trying to stave off another Bowling Green onslaught, and they'll get 4 yards on 1st down on a run to the near side.
Keel on the carry.
Well, good to get it right back in his hands after the fumble.
Absolutely.
That's the only offensive series Bowling Green has not scored a touchdown on, was that fumble. 3.5 to play in the second quarter.
See if they want to keep it on the ground and burn up some clock here.
Inside handoff this time to Charlie Bowen, and Bowen very close to a 1st down. It looks like he's got it by about a yard.
7 on the carry.
Clock will stop to move the chains, and then we'll get it going again with the Bobcats up by 7 scores. This is a first half drubbing, that's for sure.
It is.
9 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Bowling Green on the attack again. Bowen on the handoff, and he rumbles forward for another 7-8 yards.
Well, we know from the first game of the year what a tough.
Yeah, we got a IndianHawks slow to get up. That's Jorgen Kruger. Had to be helped up, and he'll limp to the near sideline under his own power.
Give Bowen another 7 on the carry, it looks like.
Brody Freeborn will replace him on the defensive line. So it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Bobcats. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half, and Bowling Green will get the ball to start the second half as well. Roll out. Dalton puts it in the air, caught on the far side. Pulls it in, sidesteps a man, sidesteps another, and he's going to go all the way down and at the goal line, stop short, all the way down to the 1.
A 27-yard passing catch. Another great agility by Niemeyer after the catch, run after the catch.
Just a little whoop this way, a little whoop that way.
Oh, man. Whoopty-doody is what that was.
Down to 2 minutes to go, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 1 for the Bobcats as they try and punch it in for the 8th time here in the first half.
Some younger players coming into the game, it looks like.
Bowen set up in the backfield. He gets the handoff, and he is stopped short, looks like. Good play by the interior line for Clopton Elsberry.
Straight and dive play that time. The defense was there. And it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1.
I think Freeborn was in on that for the IndianHawks. Down to 1:20 to play in the half. 41-0. Bowling Green ahead. Trying to punch it in here before the end of the half. Bowen again in the backfield. And it'll be a keeper this time, and in for the score. The 1-yard touchdown is Dylan Dalton. to make it 47-0 with 59.7 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll try and add the extra point to make it 48. This is a 2-week span for Bowling Green that they almost can't be stopped offensively. And it really starts in that Centralia game. The offense really started clicking, and now the IndianHawks jump across the line prior to the extra point.
Well, we talked about it in the post game of that game. A hugely disappointing loss, but man, they found out that game they can play with the elites, and it's added to their confidence.
Oh yeah.
Rather than letting it knock them back down, man, they have just continued to roll.
And it's a good. That one's no good, but it was a good lesson for Coach Joe Chin and his staff. They've got some veteran coaches to how to approach their team, how to get the most out of their team. I mean, they turned that game, which should have been a positive, into a big positive, and it's started the Bowling Green Bobcats on a track here going into districts. They're trending upward for sure. 47-0, 59.7 seconds to go in the first half. This is Week 9 action on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief. High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
47-0.
Looks like a couple injuries for the IndianHawks as well.
Yeah, we already mentioned that Kruger was dinged up.
Zumalt was getting his wrist taped earlier.
And the kick fielded by the IndianHawks, and he's through into the kick team secondary. Can he stay on his feet? No. Finally brought down all the way across the Bowling Green 30 to the 25. That is a huge return that time for the IndianHawks.
Lucas Martin took it from the 14-yard line all the way down to the Bowling Green 25. Bowling Green 25.
Wow.
I had to do some math to figure out how many yards that was.
A lot. 47.3 seconds to go in the first half, so you better be throwing for the end zone on every play here. Try and bust this goose egg before the end of the half.
First and 10 IndianHawks on Bowling Green 25.
We're going to have the baton twirler at halftime.
We are.
Hopefully she brought
she's worth the price of admission, I can tell you that.
Yeah, hopefully she brought the ones that she lights on fire. Yeah.
61 yards on the return.
Wow. Clock running down to 40 seconds. They're going to get it. I'll play maybe 2 off.
Have 2 timeouts left. They want to use them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of time.
And he's sacked. Takes a sack, and that's going to take us down to about 20 seconds. I don't think they're going to call a timeout.
Had pretty good protection that time, and maybe held it just a little bit too long. Couldn't find a receiver open. And that looks like they're going to let that be the end.
Nope, they will take a timeout with 8.1 seconds to go in the first half. 47-0, Bowling Green leads. Clopton Elsberry will try and punch it in when we come back on KJFM.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Well, what you don't want to do here is put it in a position where Bowling Green can intercept it and run it back for a score here in the final 8.1 seconds.
You've got to throw this, I guess you can do whatever you want to do, but you said it. You don't want to turn, whatever you do, you don't want to turn it over.
On 2nd and 14 after the sack and the timeout, they do unload near side. It is intercepted. Bowling Green runs to their locker room, leading this game by 47 points over the homestanding Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. Back with halftime after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, Young Eyes, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Isn't it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green, and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs is still Mid-America Auto and Towing. They perform state inspections, run diagnostics. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report.
All Bowling Green through 2 quarters, 47-0 is the lead over the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks here at Clopton High School. And you know what's more impressive than the baton twirling is that she is wearing basically
here KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Is wearing basically a gymnastics outfit out there. It's cold. It's really cold. But boy, they do a great job, or she does a great job here at Clopton High School. And great job by Bowling Green scoring on the second play from scrimmage, which they actually didn't even have the ball to start the game. They get a fumble on the first play from scrimmage, gets it inside their own 10 or the IndianHawks 10-yard line. They punch it in. Just 12 seconds in, they've never looked back.
Yeah, it was all downhill from there, and like we mentioned, it's a little shocking that the deficit is as big as it is. It's not shocking that Bowling Green's winning this football game at all. But the IndianHawks have just been hit with a freight train, and there's just no stopping it right now. Bowling Green's, I think you said it right, they're a well-oiled machine offensively and defensively right now. When you start talking about the stats, you'll see what we're talking about. And the IndianHawks just aren't any match for them tonight.
And some guys that we haven't seen much of as far as in the stat lines recently had big first halves. Owen Niemeyer and number 33, Charlie Bowen, for Bowling Green. Both made big contributions in the first half.
They did, and, of course, the one you expect to perform did. Starks with 4 touchdowns in that first half. You talk about Bowen, he had 48 yards receiving. Niemeyer had 46 yards receiving. And Niemeyer also had 2 interceptions. And it's just been all Bowling Green from that very, very opening play, and they had the IndianHawks pinned back in there
twice.
So there's your Flames,
The Flames are going on the batons.
That's why she's wearing that.
Because it might. If you're wearing a parka with flaming,
it's kind of hard to do that.
Batons twirling around you, you might catch the down feathers on fire or something. Clopton only into the offensive side of the field twice, and one of them was there on the final 2 plays. And when they have gotten there, Bowling Green has been able to tighten the belts defensively and push them back across.
Well, just to tell you the way it's been, the offense, the most productive offense for the IndianHawks in this game so far has been their return yardage.
Yeah.
They've got 130 yards return yardage. They've got 46 yards passing on 5 for 11 passing with 3 interceptions. And they've got negative 33 yards rushing.
That is the stat that is the difference in this ball game so far. Plus they're losing the giveaway takeaway game.
Yeah, but we talked about it in the pregame. If they can't run the football at all, can't establish a run, the linebackers and linemen for Bowling Green are just going to pin their ears back, and then that makes it impossible for them. Yards on the ground, 94 through the air, 4 for 5 passing for Dalton, 9 return yards is all, and 284 total offense for Bowling Green, 143 for Clopton. 2 penalties for the Dogs for the Cats for 10 yards, 4 penalties for 30 yards for the IndianHawks.
And that balances out to a 47-0 Bowling Green lead through 2 quarters of this ball game. We'll take a break and come back. We'll try and find you some scores from around the area as we continue here in Week 9 on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
It's time again for your annual mammogram, and Pike County Memorial Hospital is here for you. Now, state-of-the-art 3D mammography is closer to you than ever before. Receive the highest quality mammograms and bone density scans from our certified technologists right here in Pike County. Plus, your records and former scans can easily be transferred to us so we can keep everything up to date. It's state-of-the-art technology and the quality care you can count on right in your own backyard. For more information, go to pcmh-mo.org.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle. Farm Insurance Company since 1895. Come home. Insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the
Mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your mercantile bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your mercantile bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Well, we see that Palmyra is still leading Centralia 13-8 at the half, and Mark Twain still leading Louisiana 6-0 through 2 quarters. Here it's 47-0 Bowling Green leading Clopton Elsberry. Any other scores you see?
Making it half over Clark County, 27-14. Monroe City over Highland late in the second, 16-0. Hannibal leads Battle at half, 8-7. Scotland County over Van Far, 14-6 at half. Western over Paris, 27-0 at half. And Brookfield leads South Shelby, 38-0. That also at half.
Bowling Green Lady Cats in action tomorrow on KJFM from Sullivan High School. It's a 2 o'clock first pitch, 1:45 with the pregame. Myself and Maddie Ingram on the call from Sullivan High School as Bowling Green looks to get back into that state championship game and do it here in Class 3. Shortened postseason, but Bowling Green impressive so far. They're racking up the home runs and look to keep that juggernaut rolling through tomorrow, although Sullivan, even without 3 of their top players due to COVID, have not allowed a run in 3 games.
Should be a fun game. If you want to try and make some comparisons, they beat Troy 2-1. That was right before the midway point of the season, and Troy, of course, beat Bowling Green late in the season, 7-0. I think those are the only. That's the only same opponent that they have up and down the schedule.
Now, I will say that that was a time I think Bowling Green was most affected by COVID when they played Troy.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point. And they're back to full strength right now with the exception of the injury to
Prater,
their shortstop Prater. And you can't say enough about Kaylin Womack and how she's filled in.
Game-tying home run.
Game-tying home run. Well, and she had a home run in the district championship game as well. So, yeah, when you can
of course,
you hear the old story, next man up. You know, that's the old adage. And when the next man up comes up and has got 2 home runs in 2 games, that's a good thing.
Yeah, of course, Grimsley had the 7th inning blast that tied the game to set up the dramatic win a couple of batters later. And she wasn't even the leadoff hitter in that order at the beginning of the season. So Coach Craig Smith, he likes to do that little aw shucks, maybe Dean's still the coach of the year in the EMO, but he's pushed the right buttons this year.
He has, and it always helps when the players perform. When you push those buttons. I mean, one thing that we haven't really talked a whole lot about is Betts' single in that 7th inning. That was important. And really set up all the drama on the last at bat by Meyer, and the way that thing unfolded was just almost unimaginable.
Here at the half from Clopton High School, it's the Bowling Green Bobcats searching for their 6th win of the season, leading the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks 47-0. About 2.5 minutes until the teams return to the field. We'll take a break, come back with more of the halftime show after this on KJFM.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
Some injury news. Zach Evans already out for the night going into the ballgame. He didn't dress, but now Gabriel Hill will not go in the second half with an upper body injury. And Zumwalt looked like he was banged up.
He was getting taped up, and I don't see him out there. No, I don't see a 20. So if you take two more guys out of the lineup.
And then Kruger, is he out there, 75?
Yeah, he had a knee problem or a knee that was being looked at by the trainers. I don't see him either.
So they're going to be playing some much smaller guys.
Really young guys.
In the second half of this ball game.
No, I see 75.
Is he?
Yeah,
oh, that's good because he looked like he was pretty hobbled when he went to the
with the pink wristbands on. I think that's a 75.
Well, we'll see.
They're all
bent over.
They're bent over stretching right now. It's hard to say, but I think that is a 75. So it's good that he's back. Don't want to see anybody do anything with knees. That's problematic.
Yeah, any of the joints, knees, ankles, any of that is tough, especially this late in the season when basically what you're playing for is pride at this point, and trying not to get hurt before basketball season begins. Because I know a couple of basketball coaches that want to see their guys on the first day of practice here in just a few weeks. Talking about the Clopton and Elsberry coaches.
Yeah, it's not too far away. They usually start practice around the 9th or 10th of November, or have they moved that back somewhere?
I don't know.
Well,
exactly.
the first tournaments are usually around Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to have 14 days of practice, so yeah, it's got to be right around the 10th.
Yeah,
somewhere where basketball practice will start. So that's not too far away, and we've had Bowling Green's been a school, Montgomery's been a school that have gone to the state tournaments and football, and as soon as they got through playing football on Saturday, the Montgomery tournament started on Monday. So
yeah, including their Montgomery's state championship year. Yeah,
right. Yeah, so yeah, these basketball coaches, they're holding their breath.
Yeah,
I can tell you what they're doing.
Yeah, this point of the season for sure. 47-0 Bowling Green leads Clopton Elsberry. They look pretty healthy running to their sideline.
That this too shall pass, and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicky Cadwallader, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
See Hill back on the sideline. He's not in pads anymore.
Yep.
So he's
not going back
done.
in. He's not going back in. I haven't seen any signs of Zumwalt.
He may just be getting a new tape job.
Could be.
On that
because
wrist.
I don't see here comes the trainer right now. We'll see if he's not far behind.
Well, I know there was a couple of trainers from Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Well, she's carrying tape and pre-wrap, so she's been taping on somebody.
And we'll see who comes out
yeah.
behind her. Yeah, some coaches still coming out as well for the second half. It'll be Clopton Elsberry kicking off to Bowling Green to start quarter number 3, and the Bobcats already up 47-0.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Coach Chin handles this. It looks like a bunch of younger guys on the kick team right now. So, he's got the same issue. He doesn't want to get anybody hurt in this game either.
Uh-huh.
I think he would just as soon keep it over a 30-point advantage so they can have a continuous clock and shorten this game as much as possible to lessen the threat of injury.
All right, second half begins now on KJFM, and it's a short kick. It didn't go far enough. So the flag will come out. Right? Or are they just going to down it there?
Nobody really, they all kind of just stayed away from it, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
So it looks like they're going to take it where it died.
Yep, at the 48-yard line of the IndianHawks.
That was an onside kick that had quite the interesting side spin on it. Never got in the air. It was just kind of spinning along. So let's see who the Cats have on offense. I can tell you if they've got a bunch of new guys, I don't have anywhere near enough slots to keep the stats. I'm fresh out of room right now.
I don't have enough eyesight to see them either. On first down, good gain. And we'll see who there was on the carry. That's Cooper Keel, I believe. Is it? Is that a 6? He looks too small to be Cooper Keel.
Yeah, it does.
15. That's Brandon Gam.
So the stats are out the window in the second half, folks. Sorry about that.
But the clock is running.
I do have room for a few more scores, though, particularly by the IndianHawks.
7-yard gain for Gam on first down if you're scoring at home.
Yeah. Well, Bowling Green utilized a lot of guys in that first half. They actually had 5 guys carried the football in that first half.
On 2nd and 3 for the Bobcats. Fakes the run, and he's going to be sacked.
Well, he was waiting for the running back to go by.
Yeah.
And the tailback never moved. He just kind of stood there. Is Keel playing at quarterback
Yes,
now?
he is. He loses 7 on that sack. So everything that Gam gained, the sack gave it back, and it's 3rd and 10.
So Keel will go to the sideline and get the play from the offensive coordinator. I don't know, does Coach Chin call the plays?
No.
Didn't think he did. So what are they going to draw up here on 3rd and 10?
I think they'll keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving.
That's a pretty fair guess.
Yep. Cooper Keel going to keep it himself, and he's going to get a gain of about 12 yards in the first down.
He's really close, right at the sticks. And they will give him the first down.
We've played 2.5 minutes here in this third quarter. 47-0 Bobcats as they move inside the 40-yard line of the IndianHawks.
Be a good emotional boost for the IndianHawks if they can stop the Cats here and not allow them to score on this first offensive possession of the second half.
Using all the clock they can. We're down to 9:00.
Down to 16 dressed players right now.
1st and 10. And met at the line and pushed back is Gam. He is definitely a JV-sized back at this point in his high school career.
Kruger is back on the field, or back on the sideline, but not on the field. He looks like he's got a little hitch in his giddy up.
Yeah, even standing looks like it's a little bit of a problem for him right now. So 2nd and almost 12. After that run was stopped up. 4 minutes gone here in the third quarter. First possession for Bowling Green here in the second half after an odd kickoff. Put a man in motion. It's a give. And not much there. Brought down after a gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd and 11.
Jet sweep that time. Braden Heidecker on the carry.
Got almost a full yard.
And it'll be 3rd and what, about 11?
Yeah.
A long 11?
Well, they moved the stick back after they reset the ball. See what this second-string offense can do for the Bobcats on 3rd and long. They converted the last 3rd and long. They're going to try a run to the near side this time with the quarterback, and he's dropped after a gain of about 5. It's going to be 4th and nearly 7.
Keel took a pretty big hit that time, right at the 34-yard line.
Jacob Martin in on the stop.
They'll go for it, I'm sure.
Lucas Martin is hobbled now, too. He's limping on the near sideline.
Don't need that. Don't need that.
That's your starting quarterback.
And with Zumwalt out, I don't know who the backup quarterback would be.
Yeah. On 4th down, going for it's a keeper for the quarterback, Keel, and he's going to the end zone on the far side, and he converts the 4th down into a touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. There's
multiple flags.
Yeah. It looks like a couple of holds maybe.
I'm going to guess that's right. Wide receiver held because he had a lot of room when he got through the line of scrimmage.
So it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so they're going to end up losing maybe a yard on the play and replay 4th down.
Well, Keel's got tremendous speed. So we saw him run back a kickoff 90 yards early in the year against Montgomery County, I believe.
And that takes the ball back to the 35-yard line. So it is 4th and 7. They'll try to go for it again. 5:22 to play. This opening drive has taken up over half of this third quarter clock here with the running clock.
Didn't know they stopped the clock on a penalty, actually.
And he'll get the first down again into the secondary and drag down from behind. No flags this time, and it takes it all the way down to the 21-yard line, it appears. Riley Walker on the stop for the IndianHawks with 4:55 to play.
So the drive continues on.
They may take the whole third quarter.
I just and not to be a hog, but I'm taking up as much of it as I can.
Near side on the keeper. Good spin move, but brought down by number 50, Jacob Martin.
Not a lot of running room that time for Keel. They strung that little sweep play out of the shotgun and dropped Keel for a loss of about 3 or 4 yards maybe.
Clock continues to run down to 3:44 to go here in the third quarter. Opening drive of the third, and it's only gone, 25 yards?
Haven't gone far, have we? Yeah, they took over on,
the 48.
Yes, not even that many yards.
On 2nd and 13, another run for Gam, and he's swallowed up quickly on the near side. He ducked in, got back to the line of scrimmage maybe a few inches after that.
You got this younger offensive line in the game now, and you can see the difference with the big boys taking a break. I see them all gathered together in a little covey over there in between the sticks. The big offensive linemen. And the Washington Redskins coined them as the Hogs. They would have to be piglets in comparison to NFL linemen.
On 3rd down and about 13. Bowling Green looking to keep it on the ground with 2:24 to go. And a little trouble with the exchange there and a sack. And did he come away with the ball too? I think it is going to be a strip sack.
Well, I haven't seen him point that direction yet.
Nope.
Actually, he was trying to hand it off to Harrison Hunt and on that little option handoff they like to run, and Harrison ran into Keel and kind of blew the whole thing up.
So now 4th and, what do you say, 17?
Yeah, that sounds like a good number.
Down to 1:40 to go in the third quarter.
Bowling Green in no hurry.
Nope.
Play clock down to 10.
1:25 on the points on the board.
Keel actually had Jordan Miller open in between the 5-yard line and the goal line, but the pass was just a bit wide to the right. And as you said, they'll take over on downs with the IndianHawks.
In the final minute of the third quarter, IndianHawks finally get that ball back. They haven't wound the play clock yet, so I'm not sure if they're going to get a play off before the third quarter ends. Yeah, they will, as they come to the line with 30 seconds on the clock.
It's more than likely, unless it's a pass play penalty or a touchdown, probably be the last play of the third quarter.
They haven't wound the play clock yet, so I'm not sure if they're going to get a play off before the third quarter ends. Yeah, they will, as they come to the line with 30 seconds on the clock.
It's more than likely, unless it's a pass play penalty or a touchdown, probably be the last play of the third quarter.
Second team defense for Bowling Green. Their job is to keep the goose egg intact, and they'll track down Twellman from behind for a loss of 1. And we've played 3 here at Clopton High School. It's Bowling Green 47.
Or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Start of the fourth quarter here from Clopton High School. It's all Bowling Green Bobcats tonight as they're rolling toward their 6th win of the season. Under first-year head coach Joe Chin, they lead the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks, who look like they're going to go to 3-5 on the year here, 47-0. It'll be a second down play for the IndianHawks to start this final 12 minutes of the regular season.
10-17 to play in the fourth from Mark Twain. The Tigers lead the Bulldogs of Louisiana 14-0. Centralia has scored and taken a 14-13 lead over Palmyra.
Ooh. The first 2 scores of that game were scored by the Palmyra Panthers.
Palmyra, the top-ranked team in Class 2. Centralia, the 5th-ranked team in Class 3. Battle of the Titans at the new Palmyra football field. Have you seen that?
I have not seen it in person yet.
I haven't either. But there's plenty of aerial footage of it, and it is a dandy.
Yeah. Gonna miss the old stone walls, though. The old tailgate special.
Yeah, the faith. Some of the faithful weren't real happy about that, losing their tailgating position, as one might expect.
All right, clock running here in the fourth. Same score as halftime, 47-0 in favor of the Bobcats. On second down, they come near side with it, and tiptoeing.
That's the lineman.
Yes, it is, number 55, Donovan Brewer.
55 or 65, Riley
65?
Walker.
Riley Walker,
yeah.
Okay. So a big run. Minute gone here in the fourth. Pressure from Bowling Green coming. And again, it's Walker on the near side, and the ball is stripped, and that's going to be a score.
Scoop and score.
Number 12 for the Bobcats, Bryden Heidecker with the touchdown on the fumble touchdown on the fumble and score. And the lead stretches to 53-0 for Bowling Green.
Well, you can't fault Walker for his effort, but
yep, it just came out as soon as he turned the corner.
Job number 1 is ball security, right?
But I'm sure he has not practiced that much at the running back position.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty safe bet.
And they'll try and kick the extra point here.
Cordy's back out to do that with Niemeyer holding.
53-0. Trying to make it 54. Kick is up, and it is good. 54-0 Bowling Green. Clock running here in the fourth. We're down to 9:48 to play here on KJFM.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
So over the last 2 weeks and 2 conference games, Bowling Green outscoring their opponents 109-14.
Yeah, that'd be a bunch. That would be a bunch. South Callaway, actually, we talked earlier, they're still the number 1 seed in their district, with Mark Twain being number 2 in a district that's
after the start that Mark
stellar.
Twain had to their season, though, they put together a pretty good COVID campaign.
Well, looks like they may get another win tonight as they lead 14-0 in the fourth over Louisiana, which will help their solidification of their number 2 seed in the district.
We're down to 8:20 to play here in the fourth quarter from Clopton High School. All Bobcats tonight, 54-0. Soccer-style kick. Fielded at the 20-yard line. Up the middle with it, and he's through. Into the secondary. The shutout is in jeopardy and brought down. Kuntz on the return. Deep into Bowling Green territory down to the 27-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle.
Jeffrey Lovell tracked him down from behind. And the IndianHawks in business here late in the ball game.
Down to 7:40 to go in the fourth quarter with the clock running.
Looks like Bowling Green is going to let it play out with the personnel they have on the field rather than bringing back anyone to stop this opportunity to score. So let's see if the IndianHawks can take advantage of it.
1st and 10.
And it looks like we do have a new quarterback in the game because Martin's on the sidelines.
Yep. I think it's
Tyler
Kuntz.
Kuntz.
Yeah, Kuntz lining up at QB. 1st and 10 IndianHawks, down to 7 minutes to play. Ball on the ground, picked up, now thrown by Twellman to the near side and incomplete. Intended target was Josh Wolanski.
I'm not sure any of that was legal because I think he handed it off in front of him, which would be, well, I don't know if that'd be a forward pass or not if he didn't pitch it to him.
Yeah.
But it was certainly a messed up play. And then Walker, it was tipped and it spun like a helicopter. Just crazy things happening on that play.
Midway point of the fourth. Clopton Elsberry 2nd and 10 from the Bowling Green 27-yard line.
Coach Wolanski still coaching.
He is.
He didn't turn the switch off yet.
2nd and 10 IndianHawks.
2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. 2 men flank the quarterback. Kuntz will come to the near side with it. That's incomplete. Knocked down.
Yeah, pretty good pass by Kuntz. Defensive play, nice defensive play by Lovell. Pass intended for Josh Wolanski. So that explains why Coach Wolanski was still coaching pretty hard because it was his own kid.
Yeah. Down to 5.5 to play. 3rd and 10 for the IndianHawks. This is their last best chance to put it in the end zone here in week number 9. 5:20 as the clock continues to run. Play clock down to 30. Line up with two on the near side, one receiver on the far side.
Palmyra answers back. They lead 19-14 now.
Back to throw is Kuntz. Rolls out to the far side, puts it in the air toward the end zone. It is. Did he catch it? No. Incomplete. Intended target on the far side was Mikey Morrow.
Pretty good pass by Kuntz on the money. Just went through Morrow's hands, and it'll be 4th down.
4th and 10 for the IndianHawks, down to 4.5 minutes to play. The starting defense all there between the sticks, and when that pass fell incomplete, they all erupted.
Cheering the guys on, trying to keep the shutout intact.
4:15 to play. 4th and 10, IndianHawks. Deep in Bowling Green territory. Trying to get him to jump across. Won't happen. Steps around a tackle. Now throws it behind Twellman.
Woo-wee.
The ball was
it's
almost
incomplete.
loose.
Almost a lateral, too.
Uh-huh. And that'll turn it over on downs back to the Bobcats. So the second-string defense does the job. They keep that shutout intact.
That was actually a really good athletic play by Twellman to gather that in without any further damage, although it was well short of the first down yardage.
3.5 minutes to play here in week number 9. We'll try and keep you, we will keep you updated throughout the week on where we're going to be at in week 1 of district play. Well, I know where we'll be tomorrow, and that's at Sullivan High School for state semifinal softball. Class 3, Bowling Green Lady Cats, after that dramatic win over Perryville last night, will take on the Lady Eagles, both teams with 19 wins.
And as you said, I would guess by the time that game's over with, we'll know where and who's playing where and what.
Nothing there on first down for the Bobcats. Took a while to bring down the running back for Bowling Green. He loses 3.
Hunt on the carry,
which burned another 3-4 seconds off the clock. Not a great night for Clopton Elsberry, both on the scoreboard. They trail 54-0 to the Bobcats, and injury-related. Started the night without Evans. They've lost their other big receiver, Hill. They've lost their quarterback. He's hobbled.
Running back, Zumalt.
It is.
He hasn't returned to the sidelines unless he's inconspicuously dressed in street clothes.
Yeah.
Which is a possibility, I guess.
2:05 to play. By 1:56 to go. So just a couple plays left. They'll run it near side with Keel. He ducks down and almost slides on the near sideline.
Smart move by Keel that time. Avoid taking a hit late in this game. No need to chance getting dinged up. A lot of important football to come for the Bobcats.
So we got the loss back plus about 4 more. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 with 1.5 minutes to play. They're going to get all the way down inside a minute before they snap this ball.
So this may very well be the final play of the game, eh?
That's a possibility.
As it's 3rd down. Should be.
We'll have a post game for you. After this one reads all zeros on the scoreboard, 54-0. 1 minute remaining in the 4th quarter. All Bowling Green tonight at Clopton High School. They come to the line with 8 on the play clock. I don't think they mind even taking a penalty at this point. They will snap the ball to keeper up the middle. Couple of yards there out to the 35-yard line. Play clock is 40. The game clock at 30. That means this ball game is going to come to an end with the score Bowling Green 54 And the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks, nothing. Bowling Green improves to 6-3 on the season through the first 9 weeks. That's the whole regular season. We start districts next week. And post-game show for you after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 post-game show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. I'm State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock, and I'm ready to help you save. Call me today at 573-754-5575 or visit us in Louisiana, just a block up from the river. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Our final here, Bowling Green 54, Clopton Elsberry nothing. A shutout for the Bobcats. And again, I said it there late in the fourth quarter, have outscored their opponents over the last 2 weeks, 109-14. So 55 points last week, 54 this week, and only allowed the 2 touchdowns in last week's ball game. So things looking pretty good heading into districts for the Bowling Green Bobcats.
They are, and the first play from scrimmage went south for the IndianHawks, and it went downhill from there actually, and they were never in the game, and had a couple injuries throughout the game, and now they got to regroup to possibly have a rematch next Friday night. Of course, that's yet to be determined.
And it's the top 2 teams in that district that get a bye.
I believe that's right, yes.
So we'll see how that sorts out as we go through the weekend into the first part of next week. But Bowling Green, whether they play next week or 2 weeks from now, they are really clicking on both offense and the defensive side.
Well, we'll check some scores for you. Looks like Monroe City stretched things out over Highland, so they're going to win that handily. So more than likely, Monroe City will remain the 2 seed in that district. Palmyra will be 1, Monroe City will be 2. They'll get the byes, and then that'll give Bowling Green the 3 seed, of which they'll get a home game. And then if they win that, look forward to a matchup probably against Monroe City, which would be on the road in a couple of weeks.
And that is a tough house to play in, Monroe City.
They've got a great facility up there, though, if you haven't been there. With Louisiana being in the Clarence Canyon, I've been there multiple times. Man, it's something special, especially for a school their size. You want me to go ahead and run down some scores while we're here?
Well, let's go ahead take a break,
okay.
And we'll come back with more here from Clopton High School. Week 9 in the books, the regular season in the books, 54-0. Bobcats over the IndianHawks here, and more of the postgame show coming up for you after this on KJFM.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Bowling Green 54, Clopton Elsberry nothing here in Week 9 at Clopton High School. And have any more scores from around the area?
Well, I guess we ought to mention that makes officially, well, I don't know if it's officially, the conference champions of the EMO. I know there was some question about that from the league after last week's game, even though conventional wisdom should tell you that Bowling Green clinched it by defeating South Callaway, but this officially does it. Yeah, here's some scores for you late in the fourth. Macon over Clark. That's a little bit of a surprise. 40-20. Palmyra has the ball late in the game, under 2 minutes to play, leading Centralia 19-14. Monroe City 32-0 over Highland. Scotland County 28-14 over Vanfar. That's in the fourth. West Rand leads Paris 27-0. Battles come back, and they've taken the lead over Hannibal 27-14, and Brookfield leads South Shelby 38-0. Last score I saw was 14-0. Mark Twain over Louisiana. We'll see if anybody's.
I just checked for any updates, and yeah, that was the most recent score, and that's a final now for Palmyra.
Now, Palmyra defeats Centralia 19-14. So a big win for the Panthers. And
they might not get a plaque or anything, but
I'm calling them the Clarence County Conference champions, just like I'm calling Bowling Green the EMO Conference champions.
Exactly. If you run the table, you know. Anyway, 54-0 our final here tonight. Bowling Green over the Clopton Elsberry IndianHawks. We'll have Bowling Green softball in the state semifinals for you tomorrow. It's an 1:45 pregame. 2 o'clock pitch from Sullivan High School as the Bowling Green Lady Cats, now at 19 wins, take on the 19-win Sullivan Lady Eagles. And the Lady Eagles have not given up a run in the last 3 games, so that's pretty much the entire postseason, right?
Pretty much, yeah, that's exactly right. Both district games and the first state game, and we'll hope for a little bit warmer weather tomorrow afternoon and dry weather, and we'll hope those bats from Bowling Green stay alive.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It seemed like ever since the temperature started dropping, since we got into actual fall, the ball has been flying out of these ballparks, and I think that has something to do with the girls swinging the bats, not the air density or anything like that. Bowling Green is just heated up as the temperature has gone down.
That they have, and we'll hope it stays that way. Good luck to the Lady Cats tomorrow. Bring home a chance at a state championship for us.
Again, 1:45 pregame here on KJFM Radio and on the KJFM Radio app, kjfmradio.com, on your Alexa-enabled device. Wherever you can find us, we're going to be on.
You know, just turn on something electronic and KJFM Radio is going to come on.
Yeah, exactly. 2 o'clock first pitch tomorrow on KJFM. That'll wrap it up here for the regular season in high school football. 9 weeks in the books. We'll start districts with coverage a week from tonight. Our final, Bowling Green 54, Clopton Elsberry nothing. We'll see you next time right here on KJFM. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. Tune in next week for another exciting battle on the gridiron. The Eagle 102 Game of the Week. Friday, from your only on-air sports leader, KJFM, Eagle 102.
From KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, this